This is the Ballots Nigeria on News Central TV. Thank you so much for staying with us as we cover day 2 of Nigeria's elections. It's about 30 minutes past 6 p.m., the time that INEC's boss told the public that it will begin to tell us some results. As I told you earlier, perhaps if you were not watching, I'm saying again, when Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, INEC boss, begins to address the public at the National Collation Center in Abuja, we will bring you those live pictures. In the meantime, let's have a conversation of how the elections has gone on so far with our partners at Africa Check, who's telling the truth and who's lying to the public. Joining us now is Orwell Okpi. He is researcher and community manager there. Thank you so much for joining us here, Orwell.
Thank you so much.
Indeed, and I put it bluntly, who's lying and who's telling us the truth, right? Talk to us about what you have picked up so far.
Well, a whole lot of things are flying all over social media around the elections, and much of it has also been about people pushing out different kinds of results, about who is leading or winning wherever. The first one here is from Reno Omokri, who is a non-PDP supporter. He posted a graphics on his Instagram page claiming that the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar is leading with 25% in 25 states. The basic thing to ask here is exactly at what point did INEC declare the results? Because as of this time, the coalition even at the national level is yet to start, as you earlier mentioned, and so at this point, results, but polling unit results in, but it is not conclusive for anyone to, make a conclusive statement that any candidate has won any kind of percentage in the states across nation. And so this claim is misleading. We can only wait until INEC is done with collation to know who has got what percentage in how many states.
I see. So what I want us to what I want you to tell us more about is how you came to the conclusion that Reno Omokri is misleading the public. Because when you think about it, these political parties also have their polling agents who put in together the results. They have their own situation rooms. And so how did Africa Check come to the conclusion that Reno is misleading?
Now, the thing is this: when it comes to election, right? It is the INEC that has the constitutional duty to announce the final results. And when you say a candidate is leading by a certain percentage or has a certain percentage in a state when the results are still being collated, that is misleading, because we still have some results to come in, after which we can then calculate what percentage has gone to on it or the other. And the head of voter education and INEC, Festus Okoye, has said repeatedly, that look, it is INEC that will announce the full result, then whatever analysis that needs to be done on the result will be done at that time. So it is misleading for anyone to call the election for in any state for anyone at this time until the coalition is completed.
Very well. So who's next?
Because of that, we said this is misleading.
Right. I see. Who else are we fact checking?
Okay, there was also this claim that went viral that Professor Patutomi, Labour Party chieftain, was held hostage by thugs at the Coalition Center in Victoria Land, Lagos. Well, that claim is incorrect. The Labour Party spokesperson, Yunusa Tanko, has debunked the claim, and the spokesperson for Lagos State Police Command, Hundeyin, also told us that he was unaware of that situation, and even Padu Tommy himself has also confirmed that he's fine, and described the claim as false. I mean, a lot of people were already getting apprehensive on social media, but it is completely false.
Very well. Let's talk about this other one too. A viral report that claimed that EFCC had thronged the house of the Labour Party candidate Peter Obi. What did you find on that?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this another false claim on social media. We did contact the spokesperson of the EFCC. And it told us that the agency only deployed officials to polling stations, to monitor the election, and obviously they didn't visit the house of any candidates, right? And then when we also spoke with the Labour Party spokesperson, Stanko, he also debunked the claim. And checking the photo, we found that photo was taken when the officials of the EFCC visited Ward C, polling unit 085 in Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos on Saturday while the voting was going on.
Interesting, because that particular photo was widely circulated with the incorrect claim that they had actually gone to Peter Obi's home. Interesting there. But going back to this 25% and claiming win for someone's political party of choice, we also have a Twitter account, PDP New Media, making the same claim just as Reno had said, but this time for the PDP. Talk to us about what you found out.
Yeah, so I mean, it the same claim, but if you look at the wording of the claim here, it said that Atiku Abubakar of the PDP has secured 25% in about 25 states. Now, it's important to note why they are putting out the statistics, right? Because one of the conditions for winning the election is that you need to have 25% in about 24 states in the country, and so that's why the 25% in 25 states is attractive, right? But then, I mean, like I said earlier, it all depends on the announcement of results. Now, as of the time that we did this check, looking at the INEC's IREV portal where the election results have been uploaded, as of that time, it's only Ekiti State's result that was complete as of the time, and so it is impossible to say who has got 25% in any other states outside Ekiti State that had their result complete as of the time. So collation is still ongoing. It is not correct to say anybody has got 25% or any percentage at all in up to 25 states. I
see. Take the last one for us, Orwell.
Okay, so the last one is a Twitter user, Ni Akinsichu, who early claimed that APC has won 4 local government areas in Lagos State. Well, I mean, it's essentially, that is the same kind of claim, which we still checked the INEC IREV portal to verify this claim, and realize that that claim is misleading because the collation was still going on even at world levels, right? And the local government that he mentioned, that's Alimosho, Ikeja, Jeremy, Ifelodun, and Muwadofin, at that time, this the result from the polling units in this 4 local government, weren't fully uploaded at the time, and so it is not possible for anyone to call those local government for any candidates.
So
it is misleading.
It's misleading indeed.
Yeah.
But it's safe to say that it was misleading at the time that it was made, and Africa Check fact checked. Because now we've entered into a different phase of the election. Now, these are only a few that we're looking at, but I'd like to believe that you've seen a lot more that you're working on from social media. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you think the misinformation and disinformation, aspect of the election is this year?
Well, I'm a bit careful to put it on a scale.
Because you don't want to misinform too.
Yeah, I haven't done that sort of study around that. But then, in terms of comparing with previous elections, say 2019, which we also monitored the spread of misinformation, we can say this obviously has a lot more, right? Probably because there is more at stake, there are more contenders, and then there are a whole lot of issues around the election, and so obviously we have found a lot more false claims, photos used out of context, and complete fake fabricated claims in this election compared to previous elections.
Explain to our viewers how Africa Check works. So what is the process of fact checking a claim?
Okay, I mean, for this election, we are actually working alongside other fact checkers in the Nigerian Fact Checkers Coalition. But then our normal process at Africa Check essentially is to, of course, you identify the claim and see whether it is checkable, because not every claim can be checked really at reasonable time, and some things are sort of more of opinion than a statement of fact. But then once we confirm that this is something that can be checked, and we verify the exact words and sort of understand the context within which the claim was made, it is then to move on to the stage of looking for available data that sort of speaks to that claim. And of course, it has to be a reliable data and the most recent data on the matter, and so when we're able to look at different, and we also look at different sources, not just one source, triangulating the data that we have, and then we also do ask experts or people who are in the field who know very much about the matter. So you have the data, you have experts comments. With both, you are able to reach a conclusion, putting into consideration the context and maybe, who this kind of message was targeted at. And we'll be able to come to a conclusion that this is correct or incorrect or misleading, and we have other verdicts actually.
Very well. What's your advice to the public now, especially social media users?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's we really just need to be careful, right? Is everything, not everything on social media or that you find social media is correct, and the truth is that there are a whole lot of people who are out to mislead the public, right? Who are out to push one agenda or the other. And so it's important that when you get a piece of information, whether you get it on WhatsApp or Facebook, Twitter, wherever you get that, you need to look at it critically, right? Even if it makes you happy, right, or it makes you angry, which typically false information, are crafted in that way to appeal to people's emotion.
I see.
So you should be careful not to just believe it and share. Try to check to verify if it is true.
And perhaps also they should get their information from reliable sources like us.
Exactly. For election results, please get your information from INEC. They're in charge.
Indeed. Oh, well, I'm afraid that we'll have to leave our conversation here. But speaking of INEC, it's time to take you back to Abuja, to INEC's National Collation Center there. As you can see, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu is seated with his entourage and the other commissioners of the Independent National Electoral Commission. And we'll hear what he has to say now. Let's go to Abuja now and hear some sounds.